welcome to the Alpha Accelerator video series. See, this is a 5-part video series I want to break down to really show you how you can get more out of yourself. Okay, how you can increase your testosterone, your energy, your drive, your confidence, your vitality. Everything we want as a man comes down to these 5 steps here. This is basic key things that you can implement into your life right now that's just going to blow up your energy, increase your testosterone levels, and make you feel better as a man. So in this first video here, I would like to go over the 7-day sleep schedule. Now you might have heard it before, but I think too many people, they underestimate the effect of good quality sleep. So what I would like to break down for you in this video here is, number one, when we're thinking about sleep, this is not just about we're hitting the pillow and then we black out and then we're waking up the next day and we had some sleep. No, there is a very, very systematic way to actually increasing your sleep quality. And the first step for you to do that is, number one, I want to challenge you to wake up and go to bed at the same time 7 days a week. This is probably the biggest hack that most people just completely neglect because whatever. But if you can really put yourself on the point to going to bed and waking up at the same time 7 days a week, you're ahead of 90% of people when it comes to sleep. Because your body will naturally go into this rhythm. It won't be broken. Because sometimes just having half an hour or 2 hours later, let's say you go to bed at 10 o'clock and then suddenly you go to bed at 12 o'clock on a Friday or on a Saturday, that's 2 hours difference in your circadian rhythm, in your rhythm of sleep. Imagine when you're going on a plane and you're flying 2 hours difference, right? You're flying back in time and suddenly it's like dinner time again and you're ready to go to bed almost. It's a very small change, but it's a very, very big effect on your body and how it works. And that's how most people live their life every single week, okay? They might do the same thing like Monday through Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they do something completely different. I want you to challenge you right now to wake up and go to bed at the exact same time. So that's step number one. Now, step number two, what can we then do to have a better quality sleep? I would recommend that you're eating roughly around 2 hours before you go to bed at the latest. So if you go to bed at 10, you don't eat anything after 8 o'clock. That's gonna get your body a good rest. Okay, it's not gonna be completely dumped with full calories and full stomach. When you go into bed, your body basically then started to digest and process the food. That's gonna give you an interrupted sleep by doing that. By leaving the meals around 6, 7, 8 o'clock, your body have already done, a lot of the digesting, so you will have a lot more restful body going into sleep. So meals the first thing. Now, going into bed, a lot of the times, we just going from whatever we're doing and then into bed. But if we do that, we take a lot of that energy and that charge with us that basically keeps our mind very, very active. So what I would recommend you do is that for an hour, at least an hour before bed, no work, no laptop, no phone, no screen time for an hour before bed. By doing that, you're not triggered by this response to your brain that, okay, we are awake right now. We're still on. We're still stimulated. I'm still going. Never start doing some work in bed, okay, in your bedroom. Keep your bedroom sacred for sleep. Like I'm living in a loft apartment here right now, where I'm working downstairs, but upstairs, there's no phone, there's no laptop, there's no nothing. So every time I go up there, I feel quiet, okay? I feel peaceful. I feel great about getting into bed. It feels like a completely new room. It's a new environment I go into, okay? Like keep your room work-free. And then I go into the next step here right now. What I would recommend you do, okay? So no phone an hour before bed. Meals, you stop that 2 hours before. You get into bed then an hour and half an hour before. And what I would personally recommend for you is that you do these 2 things. 3 things if you want to. You buy yourself a diffuser, put some lavender in it. Lavender is a very, very de-stressing and peaceful essential oil that really just calms you down and gets you into an alpha state. Now, if you have a TV, you can put a black screen on. You can then put some sleep music on while you're sitting and doing this. And they really just calms you down. You put that on low volume, and then I want you to sit down and I want you to read at least 5 to 10 pages, okay? Read 5 to 10 pages in a book. You can do that in 10, 15 minutes, get you to quiet down. And then I want you to write a journal. Whether you do it opposite or what, if you want to write journal first, okay, I did that as well, because sometimes when I read, I really I fall asleep. So even if you do the journal first, I want you to sit down and just reflect. How is the day today? What did I do well today towards my goals? What do I want to accomplish tomorrow? And really just empty your head down on a piece of paper. That, my friend, is really the most soul-filling and calming exercise you can do for yourself right before bed. 5 to 10 minutes, write down, what did I do well today? Write down your thoughts, gratitude, what you're gonna do tomorrow, and then go in and then read 5 to 10 pages in a book. Boom, you're out. So if you've done that, no food, stop electronic, the sleep meditation music, and then writing your book, you're good to go. And I forgot to mention with the food as well at the back end, when you're thinking about your coffees and drinking your caffeine and that sort of thing, caffeine have a halvation time of over 6 hours. So if you are drinking a coffee at 3 o'clock, you will still have half of that caffeine in your body by 9 o'clock. So if you want to have 2 coffees, okay, I will keep it to 2, have them before midday because you'll have that halvation time of 6 hours. So you want to make sure when you're climbing into bed around 9, 10 o'clock that you are calm and you're rested. So that's really what I want to push on you right now with this 7 days sleep schedule. Wake up and go to bed at the same time every single day. And then number 2, follow my sleep routine. I hope you take notes from this right now and then implement that. That's $1 million routine. That's what keeps me freaking like on the go, ready to attack the day. Think about it. Nothing feels better than when you wake up after a good night's sleep. Imagine you do that 7 times during the week. See, sleep is such a undervalued tool because of all the benefits. Now, I just gave you the tools to have a good night's sleep, but all the benefits that comes with a good night's sleep: fat loss, testosterone, energy, motivation. Your metabolism is just going to be improvised. So when you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to build muscle and get in shape, you heard that out there. The gains comes from when you're resting and you're recovering. All that you're solving by solving sleep at nighttime. Your routine leading up to it, and then keeping that routine for 7 days during the week. All right, I'll see you in the next video.